What started as a regular week in my life as a 6-year med student vlog took an unexpected turn. A hurricane, a blackout, we have no electricity, and a series of unfortunate events. It's just one thing after the other. Made that week one that I definitely won't be forgetting anytime soon. This vlog took a completely different turn than I thought it would. Stick around to see how it all unfolded. Usually I wake up and start getting ready at about 7 a.m. But this time I woke up a little earlier so I could have time to show you guys what I pack in my bag when I'm on call. I always carry an extra set of scrubs, my stethoscope, thermometer, some body spray and deodorant, some mosquito repellent just in case, hand sanitizer, lots of hand sanitizer, some stationery because 70% of what we do is writing and paperwork, my toothbrush and toothpaste, and most importantly, my fanny pack or waist bag or whatever you call it in your country. I always carry it around my waist. It takes about 15 minutes to get from my house to the hospital on our electric scooter. And as interns, what we do when we get to the hospital is that we go directly to the surgery ward. We see our patients, we examine them, we write in their charts so that we can present them during rounds to the surgeons assigned to our various cases. After rounding on all our patients with our lovely surgeon, we had what we call a seminario, which is basically a quiz that we have to study in advance for, but it's more like a discussion where we discuss updated treatments and protocols in surgery. At around midday, I got the opportunity to observe a really cool surgery, and I had to wear these big green scrubs because mine were already worn outside and they were no longer sterile. And my friend Aaron got to assist on the surgery, which was a total hysterectomy.
You have to start taking from today I taking surgery serious.
But you should have been drinking.
What was happening before? I wasn't aware. Like I see people in the car and things, I'm like, why they in the car that? And I feel like with the experience I know what they do.
From the afternoon into the night, we rejoined the rest of the interns on our team in the ER, along with the residents and the specialists, and we saw lots of patients. It was relatively busy that day, and we saw mostly patients who had come in because of accidents, abdominal pain, and we actually admitted 3 patients that day. By about midnight, I could barely keep my eyes open, so I was so happy at 4 a.m. when I was able to go to the faculty across the road so I could get some shut-eye for a few hours until the next morning. The next morning was pretty much the same cycle. I woke up, walked to the hospital, saw my patients, we had rounds, and I had to finish all my work before I could get a chance to go home and rest. But we realized that the weather started looking very bad, and we were actually notified that we were on hurricane warning. So imagine how fast we tried to finish our work so that we didn't get stuck going home in hurricane weather. I tried to go to a couple different stores to stock up on extra food just in case something happened, and I realized it's probably not a good idea to stock up on a whole bunch of meat for a hurricane. Once I got home, we spent the rest of the day getting hurricane ready, cooking, cleaning, charging all our devices, making sure everything was prepared, and unknowingly enjoying the last bit of electricity that we would have in a while. We had absolutely no idea what would be in store for us for the next few days. Hey y'all, so today I kind of have the day off, but technically I don't have the day off. So let me explain. So Hurricane Raphael is expected to hit the island in a couple hours. So we're on hurricane warning, and the Ministry of Health sent a notice that interns like me should report to our various hospitals and schools because it's our responsibility. But my doctor, the one in charge of my group, she said basically that we shouldn't come in today because, if anything happens, we don't want to be stuck in the hospital. And it's not really necessary for us to come in today when there are other interns on call. So basically, I'm home today. It's a pajama kind of day. I'm happy for the break. But today, I just want to take some time to, you know, just to do some stuff around the house that I don't usually have the time or energy to do on a daily basis. And, just to chill, spend some time with my husband, etc. So in a while, I'm going to make some bakes. If you're from the Caribbean, you know what bakes are. Today is the aftermath of the hurricane, and this vlog took a completely different turn than I thought it would. So, first things first, we have no electricity. We have not had electricity since about yesterday, about 3 p.m. So, that's that. My phone was completely charged when the electricity shut off. And when we went to sleep last night around 10 p.m., I left my phone on 60%. Woke up, it was on 4%. I don't know how that happened. So, we had to charge my phone with the laptop that still had some charge. Now my phone is on about 30%, laptop is dead. Okay, that's fine. Then we found out that um, our 4 tanks of I was about to say agua, of water that was supplying our house. Basically, all 4 tanks were emptied during the hurricane. Something happened and something fell, and yeah. So we're without water. And the thing about Cuba is that you need electricity to pump water into your house. So we don't have water and we don't have electricity. Number three, damage. Did we have much damage? Thank God that we didn't. The hurricane didn't impact Havana, where we live directly. It impacted other parts of Cuba that I'm sure are more affected than we are. But we don't know because we don't have any internet connection. So in Cuba, when there's no electricity, there's no water, there's no internet connection. We cannot contact anybody outside of Cuba or even in Cuba because there's no data service, there's no call-in service, nada. That's number three. In terms of damage, we just had some water enter the house. We had to clean up this morning. So my husband and I, we just had to clean. We had some fallen trees. We went out into the street to see what happened. And yeah, so we don't know how we're going to survive the next few days. And on top of all of that, we already had a fuel crisis in Cuba, a gas crisis that caused us to not have electricity for about 72 hours last week. And some people don't have cooking gas. Most people don't have cooking gas. I know some friends who have not had cooking gas in their house for a while. And because of the power shortages, even if you buy an electric cooker, you might not be able to cook all the time. So right now we're in crisis mode, but we're surviving. We're accustomed to this. After we leave Cuba, we'll be strong. I'm so sure that we'll be stronger than ever and we can live in any country. But yeah, that's the current situation. All I can do is just I don't know, just keep moving. And in all of this, I still am a student. So today I have to find time to study because electricity or not, today I'm probably excused from going to the hospital, but tomorrow I'm not. I have to go. We have an evaluation tomorrow. And I have to study for that evaluation. And also, I just have to keep going to school because the hospital needs us. So that's the situation right now. Thank God that we were able to charge our motorcycle. It is electric. We anticipated that there will be no electricity and we charged it. So God is good. We're going to spend the time not on our phones. That's a good opportunity to spend time together, which we did yesterday as well. Play games, talk to each other, laugh, and everything, and study.
¿Cómo será mi piel junto a tu piel? ¿Cómo será mi piel junto a tu piel? Cardo o ceniza, ¿cómo será? Si he de fundir mi espacio frente al tuyo, ¿cómo será tu cuerpo?